Okay, welcome back to the E-Managerial website. I'm Professor San. Today I wish to share with you what can we protect the sensitive data or confidential data or secret data. This is a very important area that the IT auditor or IT risk assessor or IT compliant, also IT assurance is to ensure that all data that organization need to protect and secure all the time, which involve with sensitive or confidential of the data. So this just the key component that involve with the confidential of data can caused by the removable storage management such as plug and play device or optical drive or USB thumb drive, whatever involved with removable storage management. So the next is document management. So involved with the proxy management, involved with the file server, involved with the cloud storage, involved with the storage system, involved with a storage attachment system, something like that. So the next is device management. Device management also can cost to the data in case the device is not controlled properly. So the fraudulent device or malicious device can compromise the data easily if infrastructure was not strengthened. So the next can caused by the print management. It's called a printer. So sometimes a user need to print the document without pay attention to take the paper out after the printing complete. So sometimes staff can involve with the negligence or careless of the data print out. So the IT security need to manage the print server to identify which is the IP that involved with the printing activity, or also review the audit log from the print server. So involved with IM management, instant messenger. This is a critical area that can reach the data to the unauthorized people if the organization allow them to use the, the, the IM application. So the next is P2P program control. So this is a very critical that the organization allow the infrastructure to use the P2P protocol that can share from source to the destination without a proper control activity, without a security on the packet transmission from one network to other network. So this is a potential of a breach, a potential of malicious activity that fraudster commit to transform the data from one location to other location without restriction. So the next is email management. Sometimes the mail server or mail content did not apply the data loss prevention program. So the malicious user or staff can send all confidential information or secret information of the organization can lead to the unauthorized person via the content or attachment, or sometimes the hypertext in the email component. So if the email security was not adhered by the staff, so I think that this is most important that caused by data linkage to the unauthorized person or to the third party without getting a consent. So I will go through one by one what is data concern. We can say the what is a critical area or data that we need to address properly. So I just come up with 14 example on the data type that you need to consider as the sensitive information or confidential information. And also the next column is implication. What is a risk can go wrong? What is impact if you are not treat the sensitive data as a significant area? If you are the auditor, you need to identify properly what is a data can go wrong during the execution, during the usage from the business user or from the engineer. So I list down the 14 area. One is a password. Password this password very common risk that fraudster try to compromise or try to attack or try to penetrate into the system that the existing system have a vulnerability or have the virus. So the fraudster or malicious user try to use the attacking software or password cracking software to compromise the password. So this is an area that you need to protect involved with the password. So the next is a salary. The salary can be affect to the employee morality, or can be involved with demotivation, or can be affect to the internal conflict among the staff and the staff, among the staff and line manager, among the staff with the organization. If the salary information reach to the unauthorized person, so it will cost to or internal conflict or cost to the regulatory breach, something like that. So the salary information you need to fully protected and need to consider as the highly sensitive data or information on the organization. So the next is a customer list and contact. This is a very important that involved with the legality risk in case of the customer information lead to the unauthorized person. So the customer can raise the dispute. So the organization will may take the legal liability to the application law of the country. So this is can cause to this disadvantage of the organization is the information lead to unauthorized person. So the next is business strategic plan. Business strategic plan can also hurt the organization if the competitor acquire it. So this plan involved with the strategy, involved with the financial plan, involved with the mega project. A lot of plan that contain the information that involved with the financial, involved with plan, involved with a strategy, involved with activity that organization need to execute as a plan. So we need to protect the sensitive information and confidential information. So the next is a privacy information. Privacy information we refer to the individual or group of individual that we need to protect their private from the unauthorized person to ensure that the data integrity breach can manage can measurable. So the number 6 is research and development activity. This is also involved with research and development. So IT security or data governance people need to consider this area as confidential information or sensitive information and need to restrict from unauthorized person or unauthorized access. So the number 7 is intelligence on competitor. So this information also involved with core activity that can compete to the competitor in case of the same product or same service. So the organization or data governance need to ensure that this area are fully comply with the regulatory requirement. So you need to protect the data from the unauthorized person or unauthorized access. So the next is a proprietary information. This is involved with the ownership of the data. So the organization need to restrict information as the the need of the regulator or the need of the organization that can ensure that we can protect the data that involved with the ownership. So the IT security or data governance team need to restrict this area as the sensitive data or confidential data. So the number 9 is a trade secret. So involved with trade finance, involved with the movement of the trade record, involved with the customer condition or term and condition on a trade service. So the organization need to protect the data. So the document need to keep in a fireproof or locked area or the strong room to ensure that the data could not leak to the unauthorized person. So this is very important. So the number 10 is organizational alliance. This is related to the partnership or business partner. So we need to ensure that the activity to the other organization need to restrict of the access, and we need to protect the integrity of the data. So the number 11 is accounting and budget information. This is involved with the cost management, involved with the financial transaction, involved with the costing that the IT project need to work around with the finance department, or work with the project team, or work with the project sponsor or project owner, whatever involved the budget, involved with the costing. So the document that you are done so far, you need to protect properly from the unauthorized access. So the IT security and data governance team need to consider on this area as a sensitive data and need to protect on time. So the number 12 is a system configuration. This is very important that the IT security need to involve with the core configuration on a network device like a switch and router and firewall, and also the core system or core network or core server or something like that. So all configuration need to consider as sensitive information or confidential information, or need to document properly and lock in a secure area. So the number 13 is transaction processing. So this is involved with the e-commerce activity that the organization need to protect. For example, like internet banking or or payment or something like that. So the payment and transaction are involved with the a commercial application or commercial transaction. So we consider as sensitive data or confidential data. So the IT security and data governance team need to protect this area as a sensitive data. So the last one is cryptographic key. This is involved with the encryption key or public key identification or token or pin, something involved with cryptography. So this area we also treat as sensitive data or confidential data that the IT security or data governance team need to consider this area as a very important area that need to protect from the unauthorized access. So this is just a diagram that I need to present you what can we encrypt the document from the all component of access. One is a copy control, the next is a access time control. We measure what is the time of access, such as audit log or audit trail. So the next is a cycle or management, sorry, life cycle management. So we need to understand what is the nature of the document of access. So we need to understand what is a start point and end point, and what is involvement of the data and document. So the next is a change management. We need to control the change properly, like a major change or normal change, or uh, or, or emergency change, or change involved with the, 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 the requirement of the business. So we need to treat as the control activity to manage the data from the unauthorized person. So the next is a version management. We need to control what is a version, what is a different configuration, what is a different change. So we need to manage the version as a historical record. Let the authorized person need to measure what is a different activity and present in the document. The next is a print control that we need to control whatever from the business unit that print the sensitive data from the printer and did not take the paper out immediately after we concern after data reach to the unauthorized person. So the last one is permission, read and write control is involved with the privilege setting, involved with the user right or access into the data. So this is just a mechanism that we need to uh, put a lot of effort and initiative to ensure that the data that we use in within the organization are fully secure and encrypt all the time. So this is just a high level that the IT auditor or IT risk assessor need to understand properly during the risk assessment on the confidential data or on the data integrity management. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and share.